What's going on, YouTube? We're back. We've been called out for a YouTube half challenge.
Yeah, from Jason Lambert. He challenged us to answer a bunch of questions, 5 personal questions, 5 video game related questions.
Yeah.
And what our take on each of the questions would be. So maybe a long video.
Sorry. If you don't subscribe to this channel, subscribe. It's right underneath. The link down here. So what's the first question?
What is a game you were skeptical about but ended up being fantastic? Mine would be probably Shadow of Mordor on the Xbox. I picked it up really dirt cheap and I was really amazed at how it wasn't really a long game or a deep game. It was just like the combat and all that was really, really good. So, and I'm kind of a Lord of the Rings buff. Not really a huge fan, but I did enjoy the whole series, and that was basically the whole lore was there, and I really did enjoy it.
Hold on. What is this Xbox you're talking about? I didn't know nothing.
It's past, much past Super Nintendo, years past
because
Super Nintendo.
I didn't know they made systems after Super Nintendo. So we have an ongoing thing that we're always talking about. I have never ever played anything past Genesis or Super Nintendo. I've touched control it, but I've never played it. I've watched people play, but I've never played. So this question is kind of
way
difficult.
beyond.
I know.
This is beyond your realm of comfort.
Of course, exactly. So the question's hard for me to answer because all I really played is the NES, Super NES, Genesis, and what's the other one? What's it? No.
Basically, yeah. TurboGrafx.
No, none of that stuff. No. So I don't really have an answer for that because there wasn't a lot of sequels back in the NES days. It was part 1, part 2, maybe part 3, but that's about it. So you got the answer for that one.
Okay. If you could have an item from any video game, what would it be? A lot of people were saying that they would like an extra life, which is a pretty good option to have. What would I have?
Think about it. There's so many options.
It's a really tough one. Invulnerability, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like being like the star power.
You son of a bitch, that's what I was gonna think. But if I have the star power, it's not just on my body. I would want my car to be the whole star power, so when I'm in traffic, I plow right through these guys. So that I would pick star power.
Yeah, probably star power.
Yeah.
What's the best video game related gift you've received from a friend? Ooh, probably X-Men on the Sega Genesis, the original X-Men. I loved that game. I played that. I never cleared it. It gets harder much later on in the game. I used to like being Gambit with him being able to twirl and throw the cards and going back and forth towards enemies. I used to love that game. Wolverine, Cyclops, and Nightcrawler. What a great game that was.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a Super Mario Bros. 3 from my brother back in the day, so I guess it's a friend, but my brother's my friend.
I guess
Family friend. Yeah, he brought it back from the States when it first came out. I was so pumped for it. Played the shit out of it, like probably most people.
Everybody did.
Yeah, and then watching it as the Wizard, it tripped me right out.
What is a game you really enjoy but no one else seems to know about? Do you have one?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot on the NES that I'd like to play. I used to play the multi-card. It was like 110 games.
All random games that nobody ever, it's just basically knockoffs of the original.
Yeah. There's like variations of the names of
Tetris 1 through 5. There's all these different Tetris.
That's the thing. It's funny because when I used to play on the 110 card, the Tetris 2, I always associated that with the gray cartridge, but that was Tetris 2 was actually a Tengen game. So whenever I used to say, oh, this is how many lines I got in this game, people were like, that's like impossible, man. But it was the different version of it. It was the Tengen version.
For me, it would be probably Lunar Ball. I don't know if that was on the
Lunar
NES.
Ball. I used to play it all the time.
I love that game. I used to play it all the time at my cousin's house, and I loved it. I don't know if anybody else knows about it other than him, but it was a great game. It was like a pool kind of mini golf type of game. I used to love that game. I used to play that a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, fuck, that was awesome.
What game do you think deserves a sequel or a modern remake?
It's a big one, man.
Sequel or a modern remake? I would say Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage 1, 2, if they want to, incorporate the story of 1 and 2 and 3 into one big game. I don't know if they could do that, or just a remake of 2, which is my favorite one, or just totally new game. Streets of Rage would probably be my favorite. It's my favorite beat 'em up on the Genesis and probably of any system, really.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
I would take. You're like, thanks for the support, asshole. I would probably go with. Mario's been remade a million times, but obvious, but probably like Battletoads. I love playing Battletoads, man, but it would be hard to do a modern remake of something like that.
They introduced Battletoads in, shoot, what game was it? There was a remake of a game, I think it was Retro on the Xbox. Shoot, I forget the name of it.
I'm sure somebody can write in the
comments. Yeah, put in the comments what it was. I completely forgot the name of it. I'm sure I probably put a caption over here as to what it was.
Thinking.
Yeah, but yeah, that I don't know if they really did a remake, but I know the characters were inside the game. So I know Zit and the other character was in the game. So I don't know if there was a real remake or what, but yeah, that's a pretty good game too.
Yeah.
Pretty much beat 'em up seemed to be the norm. I think they should really revive the beat 'em up scenario in gaming because they're so much fun. They're mindless fun. I know that a lot of third-party or smaller developer companies are making these, indie games, and they're basically pleasing both, the new and old style of gaming. So I think, beat 'em ups should be a regular staple nowadays.
For sure. So now we're getting real personal.
Now we're getting to the personal questions. Who is your favorite musician or band?
Please be honest, Mike. You told me.
Boys.
I knew you were going to say
it. Is a boy band, but it's probably it's going to be the
One
Beatles.
Direction.
No. The Beatles would probably be my favorite band. Musician, oh fuck.
Be honest with yourself.
Musician, Jesus.
Think about it. Is it going to be the same as mine?
I can't think of a musician. I would say the Beatles. Guns N' Roses are one of my favorite bands. Led Zeppelin, Metallica. I'm very big into the 70s, 80s, and early 90s rock.
November Rain.
Yeah, I'm a very big rock fan. So, musician, frig, I don't know. Does Biggie count? Like, what do you consider a musician? I don't know. I like Biggie.
Taste. That's how we get along.
I like Biggie, so I do like hip hop, and Biggie is my favorite. So I guess it would be Biggie for musician.
Yeah, the bands I would go with Guns N' Roses for sure. Man.
Yeah,
that's sick. I had the opportunity to try to go see them in concert, but musician would probably be the same thing in that hip hop genre.
Yeah,
fuck, I love that shit. Man.
I don't know about like a single person that's usually in a band. Like I can't really think of them, like Dave Matthews Band. Like I don't understand.
It's crazy, man. When you think about back in the day hearing Biggie and Tupac, when you listen to those songs now, it's like you remember the first time you heard that song. The garbage that they're playing on the radio now is like, I can't wait to change the station.
Yeah, they have just one hook. Insane. They have one hook, and that's all it's got going.
And it's not about lyrics anymore. It would have been back in the day, man. Holy shit.
I watch stuff on Facebook, and there's a producer watching a video of rappers nowadays, and his facial expressions are priceless.
Yeah.
They're just like, and you see it, it's just mumbling now, and I don't get it. Where back in the day, Biggie and Tupac, they had meaning, even though like it wasn't very big substance as their content was. It did have a meaning for what the time was. It was very, very like inspirational, especially like Tupac's lyrics. Yeah. Not the gangster rap part of it, but more the stuff that's family oriented and
the poetry stuff.
It's poetic, and you can really get into that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what's something you really liked as a kid but don't care for now?
Oh shit, buddy, we're retro collectors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we collect games, so we still love everything,
stuff in the past,
right?
Yeah,
I don't think there's nothing I can think of. I read that question and I was really trying to think about it, and I can't think of anything.
Oh man, like sweets, I guess. I don't eat too much sweets anymore.
Yeah, that's true too, man.
I'm an adult. Like as a kid, I guess you would eat sweets. There's those cookies and all that. Don't get me wrong, I still get my good cookie on, right?
Yeah.
I can't really sink that much sugar count into one sitting of a meal, so I'd rather eat wholesome food, or try to eat as much wholesome food as possible, but probably sweets, I guess.
Yeah, you didn't care so much as a kid. You eat as much as
you could.
Bounce on the walls and your parents' problem.
Yeah, just hit the dentist next week.
That's it.
What's something dumb you did as a teenager?
Interesting.
Oh my god. I have a criminal record, or I had a criminal record, so I guess that.
Gangster, certified G.
I'm not gonna let you guys know what it is, but I do have one, or I had one. It's long gone.
Everybody's gonna wonder now.
You guys can ask all you want. You're not gonna know.
Yeah.
What would be yours?
Can't really think about anything that I did dumb as a kid. We'll have to go back to that one, I guess.
All right. What did you want to be when you grew up?
Certified G. And you can't teach that. No, you can't. Shit.
Something I want to be, I guess. I used to love drawing, so I guess architect. I wanted to be an architect, and then I realized that you need a lot more degrees and stuff like that than just drawing a building on a, with a ruler. I think you needed more into that building.
That triangle ruler?
Yeah. You needed more into that building than just the outside of it.
Sure.
So yeah, I guess an architect. I used to always love drawing, and architect would be it, I would think.
Yeah, me, I don't really know, man. I grew up just in the construction world. Just being Portuguese, I didn't have that doctor or that anything. He's like, here's a hammer, figure it out.
Yeah.
So, construction workers, living the dream.
And the last one, if you could go back and do one thing different, what would it be?
This is easy. Come on.
Probably, yeah, get rid of my criminal record.
No, that wasn't where I was going with this.
Yeah, that would probably put a damper on a lot of things. So I would probably say that for me personally. I don't know about you, but that was a big deal for me back then. Yeah.
For me, it would probably be not opening any of the boxes of all my games, not opening any of the wrestlers, nothing, keeping the packaging. But that would be highly impossible because I loved it and I enjoyed everything, playing everything. But I would have loved to keep a lot of the stuff that I had as a kid because through the years everything kind of disappeared.
I think if you were a single child, it would be easier.
Yeah.
Like because you and your brother, you have a sister as well. You guys all shared basically the same, passion or like of things.
Yeah.
At that certain time, everybody played Nintendo.
Yeah.
Everybody did their own thing, played with toys or whatever. So as a child, you probably, like if you're a single child, it'd probably be easier to take care of your things because it's something that you probably wouldn't get again. Like your parents were like, oh, you're treating your G.I. Joe like shit. Guess what? You're not getting another G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I think parents with a single child sometimes might even keep more stuff, like nostalgic stuff.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, it was probably when you're playing with your brothers and sisters, it's shit because everywhere it's like, get rid of it. Garbage.
If a single child, you're probably playing it with maybe a parent, and that parent would take care of that
or grandparent or
whatever, right? So, if you're playing with your dad would probably put the Nintendo away, put the box away, put everything away in a certain area, and then he would take it out.
It doesn't take up as much space as having 3-4 kids,
right? With controllers sprawled out and pizza and
never sharing, so you got 6 sets of controllers.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would be our questions. It was a good tag video that Jason put.
That was sick. I love that.
I wasn't expecting that at all. I would think that those answers I'm pretty happy with.
I
was pretty spot on.
Yeah, I know. You're trying to justify you a toaster?
It's crazy. Like
I think it's an A+.
When I was asked reading these questions, I'm like, frig, man, like how am I gonna come up with these answers on the spot? And, then you come back to it eventually, and you think about it over and over again, and then when you put it on camera, it's like, Jesus, so is that the answer I really want to put? But yeah, I'm really happy with the answer. So A+.
Yes. So now we have to throw the challenge to somebody else?
I guess, yeah. Who are we gonna tag? That hasn't been tagged already.
I know, that's the thing. That's where I'm going.
Who's watching this that hasn't been tagged? 1, and 2. If we tag somebody, are they gonna watch it?
You want to tag Retropixel?
Retropixel, yeah. James Varner.
Done.
I don't know if he's already done it, but if he has or hasn't, he's been tagged.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Creep Leet.
Okay.
I'm gonna tag him.
One more. I'll leave it up to you, buddy.
I'm gonna say Long Shot.
Long Shot.
Nathan Fournier, if I said it right. I'm gonna tag him in this challenge. I think that all 3 of them are gonna give really good good answers to these questions. Yeah. They all know their stuff, and we want to know a little bit more of the content creators that you've watched. Yeah. So these guys are interesting enough, and I would like to know more about them.
It's cool because of the gaming and personal questions, right? Because a lot of people know us, the gaming side of us, but the personal stuff really kind of.
Yeah. So now you guys don't have a criminal record.
Yeah. But you don't know why.
You don't know why, exactly.
I don't even know why.
But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you very much. Please like, comment, subscribe, and the people that we've tagged, please like, comment, subscribe their stuff, and watch the video. And
thanks for the video so we see it. But we usually go through the feeds anyways and find their video anyways. Yeah. But it's awesome. Awesome little half and half challenge. Thank you very much. See ya.
Thanks, guys.